Hello everyone and welcome back to XYZ Architect. Today we have a fun tutorial for all you metrology fans out there. We'll learn how to create an automatic calibration measurement program with Calypso measurement software. So get your notepads ready and let's get started. Before we begin, let's briefly talk about what Calypso is for the ones watching this video and have little to no knowledge in this domain. Calypso is a widely used metrology software that's known for its precision and versatility. It's commonly used with coordinate measuring machines from Zeiss company to measure and inspect various parts with high accuracy. Now that is out of the way, the first step in creating an automatic calibration measurement program in Calypso is setting up the program itself. So open Calypso and create a new measurement program. First, go to File, Save As and give it a meaningful name. Second step is to make sure that you have created your desired stylus system and you have already calibrated them in manual mode. If you did not, then follow this step. Go to CMM tab right here, Probing System Qualification. From this button, Manual System Stylus Change, pick up the master probe and load it in the measurement head. Then choose the reference sphere that you are using. I'm using reference sphere number 1. Maybe you are using some other reference sphere, but for now I'm using reference sphere number 1 with a radius of 50 mm. Then choose reference sphere position and mount the reference sphere on the measuring table. Go back to the software, you have 4 choices right here. And you have to make sure the tilt and rotation from the software corresponds to the one from the measuring table. For this example, I will go with the reference sphere orientation number 2, the tilt 135 and also the rotation 135. Now you have to choose the probing behavior of the stylus. Click OK. The recommendation from Zeiss when calibrating the master probe is to leave it at standard right here and for dynamic probing at 100%, right like it is now. Click OK. And then use the joystick to touch a point on the center of the sphere with the master probe. Then wait for the CMM to determine the location of the reference sphere on the measuring table with the help of the master probe. This step is very important and cannot be skipped. Also, keep in mind that this step is necessary for manual probing and for automatic probing as well. So whenever you want to calibrate your stylus system or your styluses, you just have to do this step first. Just locate the reference sphere position on the measuring table with the master probe. Then you can go forward with your calibration. After this step is finished, you just have to pick up your desired stylus from the stylus system holder or mount it manually from the same window as before, Probing System Qualification from the CMM tab. Now, if you have a small stylus ball diameter like 1 mm, 0.5, 0.3, it is recommended to choose sensitive probing behavior and 50 mm probing dynamic. If you have a stylus with a ball bigger than 1 mm in the diameter, then you can work with the stylus probing behavior at 100% probing dynamic. I have a stylus diameter with a 2mm ball, so I'm going to qualify stylus. It's asking for the index to be rotated at 0 with 0. So be careful on the measuring machine that when it rotates automatically, it does not touch anything. That's why it's giving this message to keep clear the measuring head. Okay, it's okay. And right now I'm using the 2mm ball, so it's going standard with 100% and I'm going okay. Next step is to touch a point on the center of the reference sphere with this stylus as well. After this point is touched, the calibration process will start and the stylus will calibrate the 12 angles from the RCCA. As a disclaimer, if you have angles that do not correspond to the initial position of the reference sphere, or if you use two reference spheres, then you have to group these angles separately and measure them after you finish with the initial setup. Third step is to create the characteristics for the stylus you want to calibrate. And to do this, go to Resources, Utilities, Probing System Qualification. Double click it, it will open this window. Now you can choose your stylus from the drop down list. I want to choose this stylus that I have on the head right now. Calypso automatically recognizes the stylus that you have on the head. Okay, and in the left side of the window you have the available styli for the stylus system. And you can select them and choose only the ones you want to calibrate. Since I am using the RDSCA function, I only have this one. But I will show you also what to do when you have a stylus system created without RDSCA later on. So I will select stylus number 1 and add it to the right side. Notice that it is specified with what reference sphere it was used initially to qualify the stylus system, right here. This is done so you don't have any confusion if you are working with multiple reference spheres. Good, now select stylus number 1 from the right side, like I did right now. This means that it's selected. And on the right bottom side, right here under mode, you have to select complete. This mode will calibrate the stylus system in 12 positions as the RCCA function initially does. Notice that we have only another option available, the geometry requalification, and the rest are for the vast XXT or the calibration process without RCCA. You can use geometry requalification only if the stylus that you are qualifying broke and you change it, or you change it for any other reason. But when this happens, I usually do this manual. So let's put back to complete. Leave also the stylus after qualification under standard and click OK. You can change the name right here to 2.90 stylus. Now the stylus is fully defined and is ready to be qualified in automatic mode. Now we can choose a stylus system that is configured with single angles, and basically you do the same steps again. Go to Resources, Utilities, Probing System Qualification, and I know that this one for me has single angles. Click OK. Notice now that I have more styli angles available in the list. Now you have to select them all and under mode choose this time qualify passive stylus. You don't have any other choice than qualify passive stylus or geometry recalification, which is the same step as under RCCA that I explained earlier. So this one will be qualify passive stylus and click OK. Rename this one as well. You can go and rename it from here also. Okay, so let me stylus and click OK. Okay, now you have to run the measurement program, right? Go to run. Make sure it's run in current alignment, because it will take the current alignment from the position of the reference sphere that you did with the master probe. Under order of run, let the program run from characteristic list. Navigate from feature to feature. Choose right now use position points only. You don't have any clearance cube in this measurement plan, so you have to choose to navigate from use position points only. Choose normal, speed 300, that's okay. Choose all characteristics, and under report header data, you can set here, for example, calibration number 1, week 37. Click OK and start. The calibration process started. Good, now that it's finished, you can view the results from under Show Default Report button. And here it is. My results for the calibration process is right here. The radius and sigma for the 2x90 and the radius and sigma for all the angles from this styli right here. Good. And there you have it, a step-by-step guide on how to create an automatic calibration measurement program in Calypso. Check out our other videos for more metrology tips and software tutorials, and don't forget to hit that like button if you liked what you saw, and subscribe for more content like this. Until next time, learn as much as you can.